Hello and welcome to another episode of Bad End Theater.
Hey guys.
Alright, so Cody, I'm going to turn these off again.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, so it's been a hot minute for Cody here, so forgive him if we repeat some things, but...
Yeah. Yeah, let's do the underling again and maybe... Wait, no.
See, this is the puzzle part of the game.
Yeah. Okay, do you remember which we played last?
We did another Overlord run and we got the Possessive run.
Okay, let's do, Polite Maiden.
Okay? And who are we playing as? So I'll give you, So I'll give you this. The traits here won't affect you when you play them. It only affects them when you run into them in that person's story.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So, actually, I want to give an example. If you put Hungry on and you pick the maiden, he is going to always eat the maiden.
Yeah. Okay.
So you wanted a polite maiden.
And the underling.
Yeah. You are a demon underling and service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but you're not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing around in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're going to go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She's surprisingly cool with it. Nice! You set out on your adventure outside the castle. The change of atmosphere psychs you. You spend your time rolling around in the grass wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby village, you encounter a maiden. She greets you and says she has a favor to ask. You consider your options.
Let's hear her out.
You're in a good mood today, and are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's time for a nap. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up, rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're going to get rid of the current Overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, of course you reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause.
She's actually not so bad, you guys.
Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who is still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is
This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend.
You tell them. They slit your throat in response. Faithful underling ending. Good job.
My only line, and they slit my throat.
Almost like they don't like your acting.
Yeah. Okay. I guess possessive overlord.
Okay.
Maiden.
And we're gonna do the maiden.
Yeah.
You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon lords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in a church. You pray to your god, ask why you have been born into this world, maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Beating a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'll understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon. Just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary.
I guess you're for a hero, I think.
You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. Sorry. They seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. And you tell them that you're thinking about maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. Look at this cool flower. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk into the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you.
You need glasses.
Who are you? Demon, I'm nearsighted. What's in front of me? A beautiful maiden. I call bullshit. Is that one of your tricks?
Here's your glasses.
Oh, yeah. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like she is. Still, this doesn't make any more sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home, and stop worrying about your destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero after them. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives, the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. Maybe, but maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you after all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with the Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. As you think that, a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences.
This time.
You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. But the Overlord objects to the hero's suggestion. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel very nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you.
If you won't let her go, maybe your demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you.
You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps the hero. She tears into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the screams catch in your throat. You watch because you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Yeah, 7 eyes there. Being captured by the Overlord is a horrible way, like this. Was your destiny all along? After all, she vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now.
Wow. I thought they were going to be friends still.
Oh, we had her on possessive.
Oopsie.
Here's the problem. Someone switched this to evil.
Well, I guess,
We can try that again without the possessive.
Sure.
You're a maiden, you live in the peaceful village, yada yada yada. Sorry, I'm skipping through this because I'm getting tired of reading the same thing right over again.
Yeah. Fair.
You're in a church, you pray to God.
Right,
Why the heck am I here? Okay. Sorry, roll.
Read my dude. No jerks. Except for a hero. Wow.
We're just gonna blaze through to that section.
Blah, yada, 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 psycho. No, no, no.
A hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to anything horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jesus. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. You're about halfway back to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle is engulfed in flames. Is the Overlord all right? You can't return to the village like this. You have to know. You have to be sure everyone is safe. You're already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. You can see the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fist against the door helplessly. What were you faking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh at what a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord? If you just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul.
What the hell?
And dead.
Okay, that wasn't like last time.
Yep.
Maybe try it again with anti-social?
Same maiden?
Yeah.
Alright. You're a maiden. We live in a peaceful village. We question God's divine punishment. We need a demon.
Camper hero.
Help! What the fuck are you going on about? Okay.
Okay, I mean, I guess obedient, so we can get that.
Good, you're learning. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is, right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve! You are very upset that this so-called hero would treat you this way, and leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions, and you tell them your story. As you explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone here, you notice there are looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an old man. He really calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You've only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero, they ask. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be, so they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they've never cared to know? You wonder how you missed that before. You are seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are calling for public execution. You are to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. You wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You've always lived honestly, so why was this happening? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so, so sorry.
Jeez.
I got the beaten.
Yay! Let's put anti-circle back on.
Actually, we're going to call it here, but
Yeah.
you have 30 more endings to get.
Oh my god.
But until next time, have a good one, guys.
Peace out.